Got a clean hat.
It's cleaner, yeah.
Mike Ward from St. John's High School in Akron says what's up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he was a hell of a player for us. Yeah.
With the offense and the second half against Buffalo, what are some things that you feel like gave it more difficulty to get things going? What do you hope to do to change that?
Yeah, we got to play a lot better, cleaner. Had a couple self-inflicted wounds, right? The P and 10 drive, the drive started right out the gate. Chubb would have gotten the ball, I think, to minus 40, call it 3 or 4. Went backwards multiple times that series, and I just don't think played as clean as we did overall. And not good enough. So got to do a better job there. Got to capitalize when we get down in the red zone.
What are some of the difficulties of going up against the Colts cornerbacks and Sauce Gardner that you've been for?
Yeah, they're highly competitive. I mean, they've got length. They're sticky in coverage. Been doing it for a long time. They're experienced too. Understand how to really defend, leverage and all those things, and they're well coached. So I mean, good outfit overall for sure.
Jaden Higgins has been getting involved a lot more in the offense. What have you seen from him that's allowed you all to trust it? You all can go to him a lot more.
I mean, same thing we've seen from the jump. I mean, he's coachable. He's got length. He's got route versatility outside to inside. He's got a big catch radius. He's got good feel for space and coverage. He's got a lot of really good, attributes that you love, and he just keeps getting better, and we're happy with him for sure.
Whenever CJ does return, are there things that he could learn or pick up from what Davis did and was successful with in the offense?
I think just as a team and how we need to play, and just in general, the things that we all try to learn from every single, we get back on Mondays and look at the things that how can we improve as a team operationally and stuff like that. I think we all have to learn from those things. So, he's been there every step of the way throughout the process, obviously from the jump, and he's a great teammate, and continue to grow as a unit together, not just one person. But no, I mean, he's always learning and growing like we all are, and trying to strive to do. Excuse me.
If he clears concussion protocol, he is able to play. How long is that ramp-up period for him to be able to get back going to playing the way that he was? It's been 3 games.
I mean, you'd have to ask the ramp-up in terms of once he's cleared. I mean, once he's cleared, I would assume he's cleared to go and ready to go. So that's over my pay grade, obviously, from that standpoint. But once we get the clearance and, we're ready to roll, then we'll be ready to roll.
He was one of the better receivers in college that we've seen at the running back position. Do you feel like there's more of an opportunity to maybe utilize that skill in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think Woody's got a very good skill set, terrific hands, good feel, but absolutely. I mean, I think he's continuing to grow, and I think he's shown that with some opportunities, and I think he'll continue to grow, and we'll continue to grow with him in the offense.
Hey, Nick, can you talk about up front at the O-line? You guys have been trying all year to find that right mix. Last week, no turnovers, no sacks. How do you build on that? Do you think you found it, or where are you guys in that process?
Yeah, I think you build on it by continuing to play and clean up things collectively. I mean, still, I was proud of the way we competed. They protected the quarterback. We were able to carve out good yards consistently in the run game. Throughout the game, I think that it's just going to be a matter of continuing to refine whether it's footwork, hand placement, finish, leverage, strain, all those things. Eliminating MEs when they pop up. Every group has them, but we continue to do that and refine it and play our best football as the season progresses. That's what we're trying to do. So, I thought there was some definite steps we took in the right direction, and I think there's plenty of room for growth that we got to continue to move forward with.
What are the challenges for an OC when you have a long drive, you score a touchdown, and then on the first play, you get an interception, then you have to go call plays? Can that catch you by surprise, and how do you think you handled it when it happened?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you try to be ready for every sudden change situation. I mean, we've got drive starters. We have whether it's P and 10 situations, whether it's field zone situations that we plan for. So you rely on your preparation or your evolution in terms of some things you have to adjust as the game goes on, and you go. I have confidence in everything that we do, and felt ready to roll.
Did you feel like that particular offensive line combination that you all ran last week provided you all?
I mean, I thought toughness. If you just start there in terms of controlling the line of scrimmage, I thought they did a good job of that. I thought we collectively did a good job of that. I think that's an extension to the tight ends too. Blake, when he was in there as well, getting some jumbo reps, Yak and those guys, and obviously helps and the backs were running and setting blocks too. So I thought it helped us control the line of scrimmage, and I think we need to continually do that more and more as we go on.
Did the Bills have a different focus defensively than some of the previous teams you guys have played when it came to Nico Collins and how they approached him? in playing him?
No. I mean, I think that the Bills consistently have done what they do. They mix coverages. They do a really good job of keeping things spinning on you. And I think they did a good job of trying to mix two shell and stuff like that, and try to give some cloud help and stuff, which we've seen throughout the year. And but they've been pretty consistent in who they are. They have their identity, and they're a well-coached defense.
At this point, at this point of the season, do you feel like you finally gained that camaraderie and that comfortability as far as your offensive skill players are concerned?
Yeah. We have a good group of guys. Have fun. I mean, they all got a bunch of different guys with different skill sets, and we have a deep, especially deep room at the receiver room. The tight ends, we're starting to get getting some guys back there. Backs are playing well, and I think that that's a testament to those guys, and I think we're all growing together along the way, finding what our what we do best, and trying to continually evolve that as we go here down the stretch.
And as you do that, as you learn them each
Yep.
week, do you have to go in and maybe tweak some of the playbook to fit their schemes?
Oh, sure. I mean, absolutely. We're always trying to do it, whether it's player, personnel driven in terms of putting guys in positions, or whether it's, tailored around things that we're going to see from a coverage structure, matchup standpoint. I mean, those are always things that we're trying to do, obviously, on the front end of the week while we game plan. But absolutely.
With Latu and getting him blocked, what are some of the challenges we've seen him disrupt passes and pick them off, and also get up?
He's tenacious. He has a motor. He plays hard all the time. He uses his hands. I think they do a really nice job up front. Charlie Parcher's their D-line coach, does a fantastic job, and I think that he's continued to grow and play in a short career for him so far, young career for him rather, I should say, and he's been playing with his hair on fire, man.
Where's the injury? Did you feel like CJ was playing some of his best football under this system?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I think he was continuing to find his groove. I thought we had some really good strides that we made there as a team and as an offense, and absolutely, yeah.
What are you seeing from Trent Brown? I mean, every week you see him getting more and more football shape, or what he's able to do. Talk about where he is.
Yeah, I mean, the more he's playing, the better off, in terms of just your conditioning levels are going to improve. But yeah, Trent's an experienced guy that's played a lot of football, and he's tough, and he'll continue to get better the more that we play, and we'll just continue to build cohesion there too as well.
DJ, what are some of the differences, like when it comes to cornerback play, in terms of how you guys would want to particularly attack bigger, longer corners that are more physical at the line of scrimmage versus like a guy like hypothetically like Derek Stingley, who's more feet at the line of scrimmage before using his hands. More, but I don't want to say sauce or aren't technicians per se, but they lean more on the physicality standpoint. What's kind of the differences when trying to attack corners that are more physical versus corners that are more technicians?
Well, I think there's a couple different things. I mean, obviously, being able, you have to match the level of physicality. You got to play physical. You got to win to the catch point. You got to protect the throws. I mean, you got to have aggressive hands. Like, those are all the things that we covet. We challenge our guys to, and that they embrace, and starts. We do it out here in Indy every single day. The second thing is, I mean, schematically, you want to be able to create access. There's ways to do that too. There's ways to be able to use stacks, bunches. I mean, everybody in the league talks about those things and does those things. So, I mean, the biggest thing is you got to go out there and you got to compete and win your one-on-one. That's having good route detail, working edges, getting open, winning your leverage, protecting throws, being friendly at the top, winning to the catch point, and doing all those things, especially in man coverage situations.
Nick, when it comes to the chess match that you have with the opponent, how much do you kind of scout the coach, kind of knowing like, hey, this guy, I've seen some things from him, I'm watching him, know that over the years he's called this, called that, and then how much fun is it to kind of have that cerebral matchup?
Yeah, no, I mean, you love going against this game. I mean, you love to compete. That's our way, and we're not out on the field, but that's our way to compete, is to try to come up with the best plan every single week. And absolutely, like you're aware of backgrounds, the lineage of coaches, previous history of guys. We do an extensive amount of work on a bunch of games for each opponent, and all the situations that we can dig up to.
What kind of goes into developing? Like, you've been preparing for this situation where you're calling plays for years now. What kind of goes into developing the scheme that you would want to have whenever you finally got the opportunity that you have now?
Yeah, I would say first and foremost, you have to start with you have a framework, okay? You want to be a physical team up front. You want to start everything up front. You have a framework. And then I think with that framework, how do you want to get your best players involved? What are the strengths of your players? I mean, not every team's the same, not every player is the same. So trying to find those guys and have a broad enough I would say, structure your offense in terms of inventory to be able to fit it to the specific, fundamentals and skill of each of your players. And that's what we tried to do. We want to be a gap scheme team. We want to be physical. We know that. How can we incorporate our guys that we have to be able to fit the schemes that we want to run and the usage of players that we have and be able to do it from there?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good
Happy Thanksgiving.
Appreciate it.